I'm going to be talking about MAC Retro Matte, which is MAC's matte liquid lip colors today. I gotta say, I'm kind of surprised that it's taken this long for MAC to come out with these, because liquid lip colors have been a very popular, matte liquid lip colors have been really popular this entire year and like going into last year. And so MAC's like really late to the party with this one, and it's just kind of surprising. Anyways, so let's talk about these. So first of all, I want to talk about the packaging. The packaging of these is so weird. So it's kind of like their lipstick and their like lip gloss had a child, and it was a child made from one of those apps where you like take a picture of your boyfriend and then you take a picture of you and then it guesses what you're gonna look like. In my opinion, this just looks really goofy. I don't particularly like it. I love that I can see the product. I do appreciate that, but the top on it is just kind of weird. So it's weird looking. I'm not particularly into the packaging, but in the end, I guess it really doesn't matter, just expressing my opinion here. When you open it up, you get an applicator that's kind of a diamond shape. And I actually do appreciate the applicator here, because what I noticed is a lot of the liquid lip colors that I have, the applicator is a really long. It's not like whoa, I just threw that. It's not like a lip gloss where it's like a doe foot applicator. Some of them are that way, but most of them are like really long and kind of flimsy, and for me it makes it a little bit more difficult to kind of get those crisp lines. But with this one, it's a little bit easier because of the shape. It's kind of does come to a little bit of a point, not like a super sharp point, but more of a point than those rounded, really long applicators that I'm thinking of. I've had these for a couple of days, and so I've just kind of been wearing them on and off, trying them on, trying all the different colors on that I have, and seeing what I feel about them. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of matte liquid lip colors, so I mean, take my opinion with a grain of salt, I guess, just because if you love matte liquid lip colors, you're gonna love these. The formula doesn't seem any different to me than, you know, Anastasia's or anybody else that makes like that kind of liquid lip color. The texture of the product is like thin. It's not sticky. It's kind of like paint, where it's very fluid and it moves easy. It's not like a lipstick or even like a shiny liquid lip color. It's just, it has a paint kind of consistency, and then it dries down and stays put. I have it on right now. Something I've noticed with these, I don't know if it's just my lips tend to be kind of more on the drier side, which really isn't ideal for liquid matte lipsticks, matte lip color in general, but I, you know, was moisturizing my lips. I was trying to make sure that like they were in good condition because I knew I needed to do swatches of matte lip colors. I also wanted to mention that I did notice that I had issues with these going on smoothly. I felt like what I had to do was apply them, and if there were any like lines or creasing and it just didn't look smooth, I have to wait for it to dry completely and then apply more, just because otherwise it would just, I'd keep applying it and it would keep moving. So I have to wait for it to dry down and then apply more. So let's go through the colors I have. There's 16 lip colors here. I have 7 of them. So let's talk about that. I'll start from the lightest one I have, which is Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle is described as a bright creamy coral. I actually love this color so much. So if you watched my tutorial that went up yesterday, I was trying to figure out what lip color to use in it, and I had these right next to me and was like, you know what? I'm gonna just use this one. It looks kind of super orangey, but let's just see how it goes. If it sucks, then I'll put something else on. And I ended up loving it. It's a really interesting, really unique color. It's like, it wants to be kind of a neutral, but it's got too much oranginess to it. And a lot of you on my Instagram and Facebook were asking me what that color was. So it's Mademoiselle, and it's my favorite one. I have to say, it's my favorite one out of all of the ones that I have. It's just very unique, and if you like orange lip colors in general, that's a good one to have because it's not like obviously it's not like a juicy orange color, but I really like it. It's more like toned down, but still like giving you a lot of cool color. Next is the Divine Divine. Divine Divine is a light creamy pink. This is definitely a very cool toned pink. It's got a lot of kind of lavendery, lilac-y undertones to it, blue-based pink, but it reminds me of Snob. It's like if you have Snob from MAC, it's kind of like that, but like a little more toned down, because Snob is like, boom! And this is definitely more like subdued, which is not a bad thing. It's more wearable than Snob. Snob to me is like too much. The next shade is Quite the Standout. Quite the Standout is described as a bright orange red, and that's exactly what it is. It is what I have on my mouth right now. I love it. This is my second favorite one. I love orangey lip colors in general. I just adore them, and this is beautiful. It's not like, I mean, I love neon orange lip colors for sure. I have an Anastasia matte liquid lip color that's like the most amazing color. It's this just orange, like neon orange juice color. It's beautiful. This is definitely more on like the red oranginess. Orange red is definitely more appropriate, that's the way MAC described it, because it is more orangey than red, but it's just a beautiful color. I really like that one. The next shade is Fashion Legacy. This is an intense fire truck red. This is, I feel like everybody should have a matte red lip color. You should just have one. This one's really beautiful. It's definitely a more warm red. It's not like a blue-based red. Blue-based red is usually my red go-to just because it's really intense. Fashion Legacy is still a very intense color, but it's definitely a much warmer red. Still much more red than, what's it called? The one I just showed you. Quite the Standout. So don't think it's like gonna show up orangey at all, as you can see in my swatch, but it's more of a warm red. It's gorgeous though. The next shade is Oh Lady. Oh Lady is a deep wine. I found that Oh Lady looks lighter in the packaging than it did when I put it on my lips. Because I feel like deep wine, this isn't the color I think of. It's really the only one I felt like, actually no, they all kind of look a little bit darker once they dry down. So I guess that's true. Next is Dance With Me. Dance With Me is a deep cranberry red. I really liked this one though. This one surprised me. I thought it was gonna be a little dark for my taste, but it's probably my third favorite. Last but not least is High Drama. High Drama is described as being a deep dark plum, and that's exactly what it is. It is absolutely beautiful. I am not one for dark lip colors. Like I'll sometimes wear them here, or I'll try on a color that I get in the mail, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks amazing, but it's not something I would really feel comfortable like going out with, which is silly, I know. I love this one. This one, if you like dark eggplanty, like plummy colors, that's beautiful. So these retail for $20 each, and they are going to be available December 26th. If you like matte liquid lip colors, you will probably love these. If they're not your favorite, you might not. I think that there's definitely a learning curve just with applying them, because it's not as simple as just a lipstick might be. You definitely kind of have to be really careful with the lines. Even I have trouble a lot of the time. Mademoiselle is my favorite one here, but I gotta say I'm also loving the one I have on right now, which fell on the ground, which is Quite the Standout. I like this a lot. I like it a lot. So that's pretty much my review. I kind of feel like I'm wishy-washy on these just because I want to like them more than I do, perhaps. Like right now it still feels kind of tacky. Although, like I said, if you want long wear, this is obviously where you go. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you later.